Hello everyone. Today is the motherfucking day. Yeah. And if you don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. The fucking Biopic trailer came out today. Yup. That's very exciting news. I woke up to the Biopic, so I'm not necessarily reacting to it because I already watched it. Because I was so freaking excited. I literally woke up, went on my phone, went on Instagram, and that was the first thing that popped up, and I was just like, oh my fucking god, it's here. The MJ Biopic trailer is finally here. After trials and tribulations, we did it. We fucking did it. This video is gonna be me kind of analyzing the trailer and also giving my thoughts kind of as we go on. And for copyright, I'm not gonna really show sound, or maybe I can add a little sound. I don't know. We'll have to see. We will have to freaking see. Without further ado, let's get going.
I know you've been waiting a long time for this.
Yep.
Let's take it from the top.
I just want to say, Jafar looks great. Ooh, the bad. That was clearly just then. Just freaking then.
This is your story.
This right here is clearly bad tour, cause duh. He didn't wear nothing like this throughout the era or anything. The freaking gloves here, the buckles, the shirt, this is bad freaking tour. So we're gonna see bad tour. So this is kind of giving me hope that since we're looking at bad tour, that there won't be a second movie. Because I really don't want a second movie. The only reason why I don't want a second movie is because, one, I don't want to wait a long ass time for a second movie. Okay? And second, I just feel like it'll be better as just a one-off film. It doesn't need to be two films. Okay? Because I know Michael had, his life was very, it was a lot. He had a lot going on. And I know it's kind of hard to jam-pack. I honestly don't know how long this movie's going to be. Okay, I don't know how long this movie's going to be. But I would watch this shit if it was 3 hours. I don't give a shit.
Honor your past.
And then the freaking Jackson 5, or not Jackson 5, but that era, 60s, 70s. So here's Joe, here's Catherine. They look really good. I'm not exactly sure who this is supposed to be, but he looks the oldest, so maybe it's Jackie. I have no clue. This, I have to kind of back it up a little bit. That might be Michael. I have no clue, but... Okay, yeah, I think this one's Michael. It looks very Michael-esque. I forgot who the actor is for Michael, but I think this is supposed to be Michael. Ooh, and that looked dangerous. Hold up. Yeah, that was dangerous, a dangerous outfit. So I have high hopes that it's gonna be a full movie. Ooh, I'm excited because Jafar is killing it with the dance moves. Because I have seen clips of him practicing or auditioning, whatever it was, and he ate. He's eating with it. And then the Grammys. Ooh, whoever did the costume design did an amazing job because this shit looks so good. He looks really nice with the Grammys. Of course, that's literally one of many iconic moments in Michael's career. Hello. Oh, okay. So we got some. This looks Jackson era. This is Jackson era, off the wall, near that era. So again, we are getting off the wall era. So I'm very excited about that because no one really covers that era. Ooh, and then we got some victory. Something I didn't notice my first watch was that we're looking at some victory tour. This is Triumph actually. I think, because I think he wore the sparkly stuff in Triumph. Victory 2. I honestly don't know. Either way, this is Triumph or Victory tour. So we're gonna get a little bit of that. Okay. I wonder if this would be kind of drama because we'll see. And then Don't Stop Till Getting Nuts, filming of that.
That's what people want.
The Thriller. And I think they actually went to the actual filming location. Okay, this is like tour bus. Who's that supposed to be? This looks like this is supposed to be like John Branca, whatever the fuck his name is. That's what he looked like to me. Let's see if I'm right in April. I have no clue. This is like supposed to be John Branca. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, it looks like he's still with his brothers. So this is probably Victory Tour. Oh, look at him right here. Oh my goodness. He looks so freaking cute here. Stop. He looks so cute. Yeah, look like he's like writing lyrics or writing stuff down. Yeah, just look like they're in some sort of tour bus. Okay, that's a meeting. Oh no, I feel like shit's gonna go down here. I don't know what it is, but I feel like some shit's gonna fucking go down here. Because look at this. This looks tense as hell. Oh, this is what I want to talk about is he looks, if you, like, this looks a lot like Michael right here. Like, because you can't see his mouth, like, it's very, like, mysterious shot. If you, like, squint, and even if you don't, like, that looks like Michael straight up. Like, that's insane. But I don't know, I think Jafar, I said before, but Jafar is literally, is the best. And I'm so glad they went with Jafar, because if they would have went with some fucking impersonator, I don't know, I feel like it would have looked silly. I'm not gonna lie. So, yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, this reminds me, and it, to me, looks like they're gonna kind of cover the vitiligo, which I wanted them to do, because I feel like that's a very important detail that you need to put, because it is something that happened in his life that was very detrimental. I wouldn't say detrimental, but it's very, it's a big part of his life, because it was a big part of his, like, his appearance over the years, and the scrutiny he got over the years. So I think adding the vitiligo, because this is what it seems like to me, is that he's looking in the mirror, and then he's kind of dabbing some splotches on his face. Or I might be wrong, he's just doing his makeup. But that's what it looks like to me, and I hope that it's the former. Because, again, showing how he lived with his vitiligo and how it came up is very important. That's definitely, like Victory Tour, Triumph. Well, someone's holding a sign that says Beat It. So I'm going to say Victory Tour, because Triumph was, like, before Thriller. Dude, like, even the sets look great. Like, the audience, the stage. So, yeah, that's bad. That's definitely bad tour. Look at, again, the buckles in the outfit, even the hair.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
Okay.
That sounded like a fucking voiceover. Now, a while back ago, I watched some of Taj's interviews and things like that, and he mentioned the interviewer, like, mentioned the biopic and things like that. And he was talking about how Jafar has his voice, his mannerisms down to a scary degree. And during all this time, I was really excited to hear it and see it, because, like, I want to know how, because they live with him. Not live with him, but that was his uncle. They were with him a lot. And they know how his voice was and this, that, and the other. So hearing Jafar, like, it sounds like a voiceover. It sounds like a voiceover. Like that's how scary, not scary in a bad way, but, like, Jafar did an amazing job capturing his voice.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
Okay, but remember, in here, keep those feet still, my man.
Even the laugh, even down to the laugh is insane. Like I know, like, Jafar, Jafar was, like, a toddler when Michael was like in like the 2000s, right? And a baby in like the late 90s. So I don't know how often, like, I'm sure he remembers his uncle here and there and things like that, but I'm pretty sure I can imagine, especially with a project like this, of how precise. And even look at the Motown 25 set, like that looks so similar. It looks so good. And I'm sure you have to study his voice, his mannerisms, and all that stuff. And he said it's a very draining, a very hard role to play, and I can only imagine that's the case. So yeah, hearing Jafar do Michael's voice is fucking wild. Like, I'm gonna run it back. Like, holy shit.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
Okay, but
And even, okay, this is a very little thing. Like, when he did hit this smile right here, like this little smile, like, that is very Michael as well, because sometimes he does a little shy smile, you know what I mean? Like, again, Jafar was the best choice, and I think was, again, because he has some similarities to Michael. Like, I think he looks very similar to Michael. And it's in the family. It's his nephew. So, yeah. Yeah, oh, okay. Let me look at the bad tour stuff. Okay, something that I was a little worried for was how they were going to tackle his skin being lighter. Because I know, like, if he because obviously, like, Jafar is a black man. So trying to make his skin a little lighter with makeup probably will look silly. Because I've seen a bunch of people do it and it does not look good. Some people try, some people don't. But this is obviously bad tour. And Michael during the bad era was visibly lighter, but he looked more light skinned than white, right? So, but he still looks decent, like, probably, they maybe lightened it a little bit, but not by much. So it doesn't look weird, or anything like that. But I know for, like, Dangerous and Onward, I wonder how they're going to tackle that, because I am a little nervous about that. I am a little nervous about the skin portion, because I don't know if they're just going to use prosthetics or, like, just really good makeup, or, like, kind of, like, mixing, like, CGI. I don't know what they're going to do. So I guess we're just going to have to see. But yeah, he looks really good with, like, the bad, like, look at this. Like, the bad tour. And then this is clearly Dangerous right here. This is Dangerous. I don't know. This is Dangerous because, again, like, during the bad tour, Michael doesn't wear this outfit, you know. Plus, his hair is more up. And then we got some spin action. Even him. Oh my goodness! It's gonna show him obviously where he got his inspiration from. You know, okay, of course, like, the spin from Motown. I wonder if they're going to kind of cover how Michael felt after Motown 25. Because we all know that Michael wasn't too happy with that performance. So I wonder if they're gonna kind of cover that. And then, yeah, like, him, you know, with Sammy Davis Jr. and, you know, like, James Brown, like, where he gets his inspiration. Very cute. And then doesn't have to get enough. And then back on tour here. It looks really good. You know, produced by, who is it produced by? Is John Branca also a producer? Damn. Yeah, he's also a producer. Okay. But yeah, I'm sorry, but I feel like that one white guy that they showed has to be him. It looks like him, but I have no clue. And then, yeah, it comes out April 20th. I'm very excited. Okay, that's enough analyzing. So, now time for my thoughts. We kind of analyzed it a little bit. Now we're going to kind of do my thoughts and stuff. I am very excited for this biopic. I think it looks really good. Again, I do have my concern with the skin lightening part, but it looks like even for Dangerous Era, they didn't really lighten his skin that much. So maybe they're not even gonna be dramatic about it, you know what I mean? But we'll see. Again, we'll see. That's kind of my only concern a little bit. But everything else, again, Jafar did an amazing job, and I literally cannot wait till next year. And I'm glad it's kind of in the beginning of the year. His voice was amazing, crazy style, holy shit, wow. And then the laugh and all of it, and I'm pretty sure, Jafar is, will get his mannerisms down. We didn't really see much of his everyday mannerisms, but I guess we will see that in the biopic. And again, Jafar with the dancing, he did an amazing job capturing Michael, because again, I feel like if it wasn't Jafar, they would have had a lot longer time trying to cast somebody, because I think they already kind of were who the fuck do we cast? You know what I mean? Because Michael Jackson's a very interesting person to play, because his appearance changed, over the years, his voice and everything. And when people kind of try, I feel like Navi, who was it Searching for Neverland? Yeah, I think it was Searching for Neverland. That, it wasn't necessarily a biopic, but it was just based off the book, Remember the Time. I think he did a good job playing Michael, but you can only channel Michael to an extent, I guess. But I still liked the movie. I still enjoyed the movie. So it didn't really bother me that much. I was still in it. Engulfed in the film. So it's not like Navi really put me out of it. But I feel like, in a way, it's easier to do a movie with him already, with lighter skin. Hence that one, because maybe it's better to cast so his lighter skin won't freaking goofy. But with that really, really bad unauthorized biopic, Man in the Mirror, again, I've never watched it, but I've seen reviews and I've seen clips, and it looks so bad. And again, it was unauthorized, so of course it's gonna not be as good and not as budgeted. But they they used a black man, who, by the way, I'm sorry, looked nothing like Michael, okay? Looked nothing like him, okay? I know the person doesn't need to look exactly like the person, but you want to at least have some resemblance, because then it just puts you out of the movie if they don't even look somewhat similar. Again, Jafar looks decently similar to Michael, so it won't put you out. Same thing with Freddie Mercury. Rami Malek looked pretty similar to Freddie in the movie. So I feel like if you don't look at least kind of like the person you're playing, then it puts you out, and that's what it was with the Man in the Mirror movie. He looked nothing like Michael. And again, they tried, doing the lighter skin stuff, and it just looks so bad. It just looks so obvious that it's just white makeup just compacted. Of course, what else are you supposed to do? Maybe they didn't have the budget to do anything more realistic, but I don't know. And again, since this biopic that actually has a budget, is authorized, maybe they'll do something better with the skin portion. I have hope. I have hope that they will make it look not weird and scary. So, but yeah, like I said, it seems like it's gonna be a full movie. Again, some of the stuff surrounding the biopic was all kind of hearsay. It wasn't necessarily anything the total. You never knew if it was the truth or not. Luckily, with the biopic, that was true. And so kind of based off what I saw, again, there was Dangerous and there's Bad. But they didn't show anything beyond that. again, maybe I don't know if there's going to be a second trailer or they're just letting us wait. But usually there's multiple trailers. But we'll see if there's going to be another one soon, like maybe early next year or something. Maybe they'll show more of later in his life. But like I said, since it's showing kind of beyond thriller, I have hope that it's just going to be one movie, and I hope it's just going to be one movie. Again, I hope they cover the vitiligo. I'm sure they're going to cover just more than, like, again, more of him as a person. I hope they really do that because, again, that's also pretty important because him as a person is important considering how he's viewed. Because people view him as a freak, as a PDF file, which isn't the case. I really hope they put in there how he was as a person, and what he did to help people. You know what I mean? And not just the fame side of it. Of course, they're going to show his fame and his music and creation. I also am excited for them to kind of show, like, the music creation side of things, because we don't really get that from Michael in general when he was alive. There are some studio footage and things like that, but it's just now in recent times comes out his relationship with his family, because we all know that, you know, he loved his family, but he's had his ups and downs with his family for sure. So I wonder if they're going to be realistic with that and show that part of it. Again, I don't want them to sugarcoat Joe's abuse, but I kind of feel like they are. We'll see. Maybe they're not going to do it, like, maybe they're going to kind of, like, American Dream it in a way and, like, kind of showcase that he was very, like, strict and he did whoop them. I don't know if they're going to show Joe bullying Michael or stripping them down and cover them in oil and whipping them with, like, iron cords. Like, I don't think they'd do all that. And, you know, I don't really expect them to. But I also, in line with that, I do also kind of hope that they show Michael's trauma in that way. Because, again, that's also very important with his upbringing. Kind of just show how he was as a child, that he didn't have anything, like, he didn't get to go play, he was just work, and then him developing into an adult, how that affected him as an adult, because, again, that's very important. That's key to his character and how he ended up how he became the person he became and what he did, the things he did because of his childhood, you know what I mean? So I hope they really include that, because, again, that is also very important. But yeah, my main things is I hope they kind of show Michael to the person he was. And with the allegation stuff, I've heard that there isn't going to be much about it because of legal stuff, but I also heard that the legal stuff isn't even the case, but they're still going to include it. I honestly don't know, but I also heard that they're going to kind of be neutral about it. They're not really going to, like, push the Michael's innocent in your face, even though I personally think he is. But there's going to be a bunch of people watching it who aren't like me, who are neutral or who don't know, or on the fence, and they're just kind of going to make it to where the person will decide what they think, or, you know, if they want to do their own research. So I think that is a good move, though, because I feel like if they were, like, keen on his innocence, like, heavy, even though I wouldn't care, because that's the truth of things. I can see people criticizing it, like, they're pushing this in our face, blah, 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 it's biased, blah, 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 blah. I can literally see people doing that, so I can understand being more, like, neutral and kind of just sticking with Michael's story and how it happened for him, rather than just being like, Michael is innocent. Again, even though he is, but, you know, you gotta be neutral when it comes to these things, because it's not just Michael fans. I'm sure there's gonna be a bunch of people watching it who are just casual or who just don't know a lot of information and want to get to know Michael a little bit better through this film. So yeah, and I feel like I would, as a Michael Jackson fan and who knows a lot of Michael Jackson, I feel like I would have a better kind of radar of what's accurate and what isn't. I mean, maybe some things I'm like, oh, I don't know. But maybe in some cases I'll be able to tell. but we'll see. Because again, with the whole Paris thing, she was saying that some of it's just straight up lies and exaggerated. So we'll freaking see. And again, I've always expected it to just kind of be dramatized like Bohemian Rhapsody, because it's a movie biopic, because not a documentary, you know what I mean? Because it was more like a documentary than obviously. I mean, there's a bunch of documentaries by Michael, but this is more like a Hollywood movie, and through the same producer, I think, as Bohemian Rhapsody. And with that, like, Bohemian Rhapsody wasn't 100% accurate. It was dramatized because it's a movie, to make it run like a movie. So, yeah, and I expected the same thing for the Michael movie. But we'll see. Okay, I think that's everything I have to say. Again, I'm very excited. I'm literally looking forward to April 24th. Yup. I'm looking forward to it, and I'll most likely do a video of me reviewing it and talking about it. And yeah, I'll see you guys whenever. Bye.